I've noticed that a lot of people ask questions around dating, relationships, when there's like awkwardness involved. Like I've had a lot of women ask me like what first date questions to ask guys on dates, how to even say hello to someone that they meet like at a party or a networking event, all the way to like awkward stages in relationships. And I think like the reason people feel awkward is because you're scared of like rejection or scared of what the person's thinking or just, I don't know, not having enough experience maybe. But really, like, you should not feel awkward. Like, you can control that. You know, if someone is making you feel a certain way because they're being uncomfortable around you or they said some things, like, that's a different thing. But if it's coming just from you and you're feeling awkward for whatever reason, honestly, just reframe your brain. And instead of thinking like I'm trying to get something from someone, like, so when you approach someone to say hello, like at a bar or whatever, rather than like, okay, I'm gonna try to get this girl's number or whatever, or try to get a date with this guy, really just approach it as, I just want to spread joy. I really like this guy's shirt. So I want to tell him that I think it looks great. And that's it. Like, you're not trying to get anything from him. And I think that energy will help the awkwardness fall off. And so when you're in a relationship, I think the awkward stage is when you're like a couple months in and you're about to do your first trip or something. You're about to share like a hotel room for the first time. And you're like, oh my gosh, what happens if I have to go to the bathroom? Or what happens if, I don't know, whatever. Like, that's something that I feel people kind of feel across the board. And one way to kind of get over that awkwardness is just to talk about it and say like, hey, like, you know, for this weekend, this is kind of how I see things panning out. How do you see things panning out? You know, like, no one really kind of knows or is thinking about you being awkward. That's coming from you. So the more you talk about it and just kind of put it out there, that awkwardness is going to go away. Same thing if you want to approach someone at a networking event or a bar, you can go up to them and say like, hi, like, I just wanted to say hi. Sorry, like, I don't do this often. I don't have any openers, but just want to introduce myself. Like, being vulnerable, I think, is really nice and kind of takes the awkwardness away. So tell me some of your awkward stories. I actually love these.